This is day 160 of Zohar Pshat, and we are on Daf Yud Ches on the base. Eitz Pri Osa Pri, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lines to the bottom. Eitz Pri Osa Pri. Okay, it's supposed to make Eitz Pri Osa Pri. Pri, Darga al Darga. Level on top of level. The Char al Nukva. The Char Nukva, the masculine and the feminine. Come on, the Eitz Pri Afikela, it's just like an Eitz Pri, a fruit tree, produces its strength. The Eitz Osa Pri, the tree makes the fruit. Afakiyetu Apik Iu, it also expresses itself or produces. Man Iu, what does it produce? So, according to the Sulam, the Eitz Pri is the Nukva, and the Osa Pri is the Duchra, meaning that there's an Avodas Hashem down here below, which is the idea of Nukva, the feminine, Keva Tosei Gever, like the feminine produces the influence from the masculine. So too, our Avodas Hashem below produces the Pri. But here it's Eitz Pri makes the Osa Peri. According to the way the Sulam understands the way I understand the Sulam. The Eitz Pri, the fruit tree below, produces fruit, but it produces also the Osa Peri. It produces the capacity for the Shefa to come down. So the idea is that, what does it produce? So, afik iu, man iu, elaine, what is this thing which it produces? Elaine kruvim utmoros. The kruvim I understand. The kruvim are the malachim, which are going to be mashpia on us. They're going to influence us. But what's the tomorrows? So the tomorrows is where it says umay tomorrows. I mean, the Zohar says umay tomorrows. Elaine inun the saki b'tanon the karbana. This is that which goes up in the smoke of the carbon. We said I go to Damba Eish, the Timros Oshan, pillars of smoke. But there's a better, more positive pasuk in Shir Hashem, Kimo Vav, Mizas Lamina Midbar Timros Oshan. It comes out of Midbar like the pillars of smoke. And I found here a beautiful Meshech Chachma, a really beautiful Meshech Chachma on Vayikra Yutes Yudches. It says Dibur Masriel Alzeh Amru. It's in the middle of a longer series. It says here it says about the pillar of smoke from the Ketores, that even all the Ruchel Shabbalim Boim, don't move it from its direct path upwards. It's Yumur Chaf Aleph. And the Ozi of Asi, Kidikla, true, it sways up and down, like sideways, like a palm tree. If Dilomid doesn't scatter. So Ramesh Chaim says a beautiful thing. He says, Cain we saw Bagolos, so do the Jews in Golos. Thinking the Groshim Hemal America, even if they're bad, they're cast aside away to America. B'chol Ibdur Mivdar, never still scatter. B'chol Mokam, Ba'am, every place they come, Hemal Misachtim. They become unified, V'nasim Kihilos, they become communities, Bagudos, and companies, Torah, Avoda, for a Torah and Avodah Hashem, Beribut Stokus and Maisin Tovim, with much stock and good deeds, Yiskayim Bam, and it fulfill them, Mizos, Olamina, Midbar, Kitim, Ros, Oshan. Who's that coming up from the Midbar, coming up from their exile, and still being like pillars of fire, pillars of smoke. B'zemor Lashkacha Pratis. So this indicates this shows that Hashgacha Pratis in Am Yisrael, that the Shechina resides in Am Yisrael. And I think that the idea of the Zohar Kodesh here is that this idea that the Sayyid the Karbanos, what comes out in the smoke Karbanos is this Avodas Hashem, which Am Yisrael and the people represent in this world, that the unity which is manifest in the Karbanos and I think Avodas Kodesh here does not mean in the perhaps the four man term represent individual Kabbalas, but our Avodas Hashem is Kabbalas. We stack them bahadei, and they become fixed with this union in the Karbanos. Vu'ukman, some gears says Akrun, so they sustain, and they're called Timros Oshon. The Kulu Kaimim B'Tikunei LaAvodas Adam, and they all are fixing the proper to fixing to to the to be the avodah of man, to produce the shefa from on high. So Timrosh Oshon is the unity which comes through Karbanos, and the Karbanos in the base Hamikdash. In Karbanos it says the Meshech Chochmah, the unity is in Am Yisrael. Nevertheless, that's the lesson for all of us, that to Am Yisrael is out of the Midbar, which means, I assume means even when there are no Karbanos, right? Midbar here meaning a desert where there's nothing. There's still America of the 1890s, whenever the Osamech was writing. The Meshech Chochmah is the Osamech. There is still capacity to produce this Eitz Pri, and this in turn will be Osa Peri. And the Zohar Kosh reminds us. He says, Zohar says, Madalo Kaimakein Chatzir. This is not a case of Chatzir. Chatzir is we said before, is a future investment. The Behemoth Barei Elef. It's at the mechel that we eat, consume in the future. It'll say V'nei Behemoth Sisi Mach Chatzir Kavoka Yochal. We explained already. But this is different. This is Eitz Pri Osabri Diukna Dechar V'Nukba. This is this concept of the male and the female, masculine and feminine. Here it goes into, once the Zohar got into this, it's going to digress into the nature of these malachim. It seems that malachim in general. The idea of kruvim obviously is the idea of malachim, but now we're going to speak about different types of malachim and their situation and their configuration. But we'll leave that for tomorrow.